Alright, there we go. Live. Alright, what are we doing? What are you doing, Dave? What are you doing? Daily routine. To the daily routine. Alright. See if the quest actually works. I don't know why that quest doesn't work. This is the wrong flower. Those ones. It's not rigged. This is specific like purple. Some of this stuck now. I guess I can't do the in. I'm doing wrong. I keep on picking them up. Not working. This is like specific purple ones on there. Anyway, can't do it. Alright, we'll do. I need it. Do we have coming?
could be.
Oh, that's cool. Let's put down there. Oh, you can't see that because the camera's in the way. Hey, just a cat. How you doing today? I'm alright. Just waking up. I'm very groggy. Very tired and groggy, so I'm in my reboot phase. I'm waking up for the day. How are you doing? Is it done? I actually can't remember. Okay, try not to be a witch today. It's just one of those days. What does that mean? Oh, I do mean a bitch. That way, man. You try not to be a bitch today. I get that. Oh god, a landlord coming around today to get the property assessors to value the property. There's a landlord selling the place, which we're not looking forward to. The only reason I can stream is because I have a separate room and everything. We're a bit worried that we're not going to be able to find a new place with like an extra room. So I might be ending my streams badly, but we'll see. It'll work out. It's very stressful. Very stressful. For someone with a heart condition and then have to move everything as well, I'm not looking forward to that. What I'm going to do. I'm sure it'll all work out, but I'm a bit stressed out about it. Not good. Why am I doing these? I already got them. Already got like heaps of it. It was stressful. Sorry you have to go through all that. Hoping everything will work out. Me too, but I guess you guys would know as well. We'll find out how it goes. I'm sure everything will be fine, Dave. I'm sure everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Ah. Thanks for the follow, Mars Bars. There you go. It's a soundbite we get for the followers during the Wreck-It Ralph update. Thanks for the follow. Don't get them a lot, so it surprised me. I think it's a little bit too loud, because that blew my ears off. Thanks. But yeah. It's just morning. I'm a morning grump. For those that don't know, I'm pretty much just a grump in the first hour of my stream, and then I take my meds and everything starts to turn around. Well, I'm looking for a goose. And I completely forgot I was looking for the goose halfway through me looking for the goose. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. For a white goose. This is like the worst thing about doing this whole, like, every morning I look for the critters. There it is. It's fucking sorry. Stupid goose. Is that my attention to things is really bad. So, spotting like a random goose hidden into the corner here is impossible. But I did it. I'm proud of me. Proud of myself. Alright, what's the next one? Alright. The Black Goose, Silver Summit. I have to always remember at 7 to do the 7 o'clock ones. So, as you know, Jessica, I'm on the heart transplant list. And so on the weekend, on the weekends, on Monday, the Monday just gone, I went up to Auckland and I got some budget tests done. So I got an echo and an ECG and blood tests and all that fun stuff. And the good news is, once again, my heart's going well, the one I've still got. And it's shrunk, which is apparently a good thing. It's less pressure on it. It's, you know, it's come back to its the size it probably should have been, and everything's going super well. Now the problem with that is because it's going super well, they don't want to move me up the list, and they want to keep me where I am because I'm not that bad yet. So they want to wait for the perfect heart. So, and they even kind of hinted that they probably made the wrong call putting an LVAD in me so soon, which not great to hear. It's not great to hear, but that's the update on that, and it sucks because it means my life situation's not going to change anytime soon. And I'm a bit frustrated by it. I guess that's life for you. Where's the bee? But he did say, based off how I've looked after myself and how strict I am with my meds and how I've dealt with the situation on an LVAD, that most likely when I get a heart, I'll be one of those people that have their heart for like 30 years or something ridiculous like that. I'll be one of the long ones. Because most of the time, the reason why people get anti-rejection, oh, so not anti-rejection, just rejection, rejection of their heart or some complications because they just don't look after themselves properly. And luckily, I've proven to the transplant team that I will look after myself, so I guess that's a positive to take out of that. I didn't tell them about my living situation though, because I'm a bit paranoid they might take me off the list because I won't have a secure residence. Because they could give me a call tomorrow, and I could go up and get my heart, but I'll be up in Auckland for about 2 months. And the risk is my landlord selling the house, and we need to move out within a month. So I could be up north in a hospital bed, unable to move all my stuff out while being told to move out. And they may go, well, you don't have secure residence because it needs to be a very controlled environment so you don't get sick because your immunity gets shot. And they could turn around and go, well, because you don't have a safe environment, we have to wait until you can get an environment that's secure. And they might not discharge me. Bit of a bugger. Because last thing they want to do is go through all this work of trying to get me a new heart, get me well, only for me to bugger it up because I don't have a place to stay, and I have to stay in a very unhygienic environment. Which I get. Yeah. Hi, Rosalina. How are you doing? Hopefully I said that right, Rosalina. I'm very bad with names, but I feel like I said Rosalina right. How are you doing? Over those when I can. Now, is the bee up here? If the bee is up here, we can't beat it. Alright, the bee's not up here, so that's a positive. The bee will be around here. There's the bee. I'm fine, how are you? I'm doing alright. Just still waking up for the day and complaining about my life. Just the normal routine. Now apparently there's a new item that you can get with a code. I don't remember what that was. Sorry to hear, I know how stressful all that information is. I've been praying for you every day. Don't pray. I always make this joke when someone says this. And I don't mean any offense by it. Don't pray because it's a genetic condition. So technically he caused this to begin with. So all you're doing is praying and he unfixes the situation which he fucked up to begin with. So that's what I keep up for you. Wishing the best. I know. I'm just moping and complaining about it because, I mean, this is my way of venting on here. This is my outlet. So. Alright, well that's 3 bees. For some reason the white one has randomly appeared, so that's a positive. I think the white one is quite bugged when it comes to its schedule. It doesn't actually appear when you think it's going to appear. Hi, TQ, how are you doing? Code is Dream Journey. Is that it? Hi, Scrappy Doo again. Oh, that's good to see you again. Alright, let's try it. Let's try Scrappy Doo. So if we type in Dream Journey, doesn't it have capitals? We'll find out. No, it doesn't exist. Maybe it has to be capitals. Dream Journey. There we go. It did work. Alright, well let's find a letterbox now. This one. That's what I've been seeing. The hat stand. Oh, no, I have to get off the mount because I forgot you can't go into edit mode when you're on your mount, which doesn't make any sense. Dave, my dad had the same time genetic condition. The doctors told him right after he was born. I wish I was told right after born. That would have fixed things. He would not live to see me grow up. I was 23 when he passed away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, he was told right after you were born, not he who was born. Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't realize he had the same condition. Whoa, look at that. That's a massive free item. Normally they're real stingy with it. Interesting. You you can't walk on it. Come on! What's the even point of making a back entrance where you can... What's... Again, this goes into my whole thing of like, this game always gets like 80-90% of the way. And then just stumbles on the smallest things. Like, what's the point in designing this building if you can't even walk on it? I mean, what's the point of even putting it back? Can you actually put things... Hold on. Let me just... drop that. Oh, you can't even put things on the beach. Okay. Well, that stole the thunder a little bit. It's still a cool item. A cool looking item. It just kind of loses its kind of effectiveness when... I mean, it doesn't... I don't even know why it even has a sign there. I don't know. You could write on it. That would be cool. It's a little bit frustrating that that's... Okay, I'm going to deal with that later. I'm just complaining about a free thing. Shouldn't. I was so mad about that this morning. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, again, this game has a thing of like, it's always like 80% of the way of being like a cool thing, and then it just a silly thing bugs it up. A good example of that is the fact of it's a design game and didn't have a search feature for like 3 years. There was no way to search for it. Or once they actually implemented the search feature, it's really shit. Have a search feature, it's not really intuitive or kind of like, you know, you can't just... It's hard to find items. Like, it's like this is a design game, right? So you go around, you design this cool thing, and you're like, oh, that item here, I really want another one of those items. You click it. There's no way to be able to identify what that is. And then you go, all right, well, let me try and describe it in a carriage. Carriage. No. Carriage. Not there. Got 2 other carriages, but not that particular carriage. And then you could spend forever trying to figure out what that is. You could say, oh, it's yellow. Well, there's a lot of yellow stuff, but it's still not there. Now, I know the reason why it's not popping up. It's not popping up because I only have one of those items, and I don't actually have any in my furniture mode. But you could spend forever trying to search for that particular item, trying to figure it out. And again, I'm not saying the game is shit. I'm just saying it's like 80% of the way, but you could easily just fix it by just giving an option to, like, I don't know, when you highlight it, it pops up somewhere what the item's called. So maybe you click it, it pops up. Maybe if you hover over it, it pops up. Just somewhere to indicate what the item is called, and then that will speed up. You see your avatar submission. I did see your dream snaps on the Discord. We can actually go for it. We'll go for it before we finish the stream. How about that? I think you're the only one that submitted in there today. But we'll go for it. There we go. I think that's the last to do. Yeah. Cool. That's all the critters done. One step closer to finishing it. I still need to feed 29 geese. And even more bees and even more skunks. With the death of me, isn't it? The problem with skunks is that you have to do one morning and one night. I just don't log in at night. Because I can't be bothered. Mainly. Mainly I just can't be bothered. Does anyone know why my Summer Sizzle Potion quest is bugged? Because I've picked up heaps of purple hydrangeas, but I've got a feeling it has to be a specific location where I have to pick up the purple hydrangeas. On the top right hand corner, and I can't figure it out. Got another quest bug. Probably fix its stuff and restart. Tell me if it's not. Tell me it's not just me that finds bug. No, I think I found a bug too. The purple hydrangeas for the Summer Sizzle Potions. I keep on picking up purple hydrangeas and it's not ticking off. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know. So I blame Obama. I like Obama though. I don't know. It wasn't that a meme for a while. Everyone just blaming Obama. Here you go, Spy. And Spy can have some beans. Beans and bamboo. Spy wanted some beans and bamboo. But no one's giving me my stuff. Try blue? Alright, Scrappy Doo. Let's try blue. That's a beach. Alright, let's try blue. I'm worried about using the vacuum and buggering it up. I used sunbirds to pick up the flowers, had no issues there. It's blue. You have to pick up the blue ones. It's saying the wrong one. Well, that's mean. You're probably driving OCD people crazy. It's like, it says purple, but there's a blue one. I can't pick up the blue one because it says purple. I'm just driving freaking OCD people out the wall. Alright, here's a blue one. Alright. Oh my god, that worked. That is so annoying. Well, thanks Gravy Doo, and thanks Jesse Cat, and I wish someone taught me that earlier. There we go. Let's bring the blue hydrangeas to Ursula. Oh, shit. Stupid game lying to me. It's like making fun of my joke that I just had. Like, it gets 80% of the way. In this case, it literally got 80% of the way because it used the wrong hydrangeas. It got hydrangeas, and didn't get the color right. I'm colorblind, just grab them all anyway. I should have just done that. I should have just used the machine and grabbed them all. And that would have fixed it, but I would have had my brain, it was purple. Alright. Freaking thing. Alright. I'm actually storing my baskets in here for the next character. That's a subtle way of kind of stockpiling a little bit. Alright, was there another quest? There is. Two Remy's one. I have to make sure I don't pick up the wrong one. Where's Remy? Alright. Let's go. I got so mad I picked up everyone and figured it out. It was blue. Ah. That's so annoying. Funny. In hindsight, it's funny. But it's annoying because I get to logging in and doing that specific quest. I logged in like yesterday morning, just real quickly, just to do that, and I couldn't get it working, and then I got frustrated and gave up. XP gain from Buffett seemed a little underwhelming. Oh, really? Well, that's disappointing. I was saving them because I thought it was going to give you a big boost so I could speed up the next character in the level. I mean, to be fair, they make this game a little bit too easy, in my opinion. I think they've kind of gone a little bit too far. So I guess it makes sense. But if you introduce an item that's specifically for leveling, that way, you would have thought it would be pretty effective in doing that one thing. Alright. Pick a s'more. Let's pick some s'mores. Oh yeah, I have to do this quickly because I keep forgetting doing mushrooms. Just have to make a s'more. Easy. Easy. Hey, Teresa. Welcome to the morning. Alright, so what we're going to do later, in the next hour, or in half an hour-ish, after my break, is we'll go through the dream snaps for this week. So if you've submitted it in the Discord, I will go through it. I think only Jesse you have, but if anyone else out there wants to, you can submit your own ones and we'll go through it. Where's Eeyore? There we go, Eeyore. Alright. What was I doing, Dave? Small. You know what? Oh no, I have to cook it. I've actually already got this, like, heaps of s'mores. But when I, dismantled all my coolers. But it specifically asks you to cook one, so... Yeah, I think the UK is going for another heat wave, aren't they? New Northern Hemisphere is just cooking right now. Well, I'm here with a heater on. I've never had a s'more. In theory, I should be able to make one. It's just crackers, chocolate, and marshmallows, right? Yay! And I'm not even going to talk about how you can't walk on the dock. I already know you can't walk on the dock. Not a heat wave, we call it summer. Fair. Fair enough. So, the portal... That's not that portal, that's the dark portal. Where is it? Puzzles. Alright. We'll do those puzzles later. I want to do this voting, we'll get this out of the way. Oh, no, I don't know. I'm not even trying it, I'm just clicking it through it. Well, to look in the shop. I haven't looked in the shop since the reset. Oh, no, I did. I have looked in the shop since the reset. I got that. I'll do that. Done that Friday. Don't think there's anything else I want. I mean, I kind of want this tropical one, but it's way too expensive for what it is. I don't think anything else I want. I mean, kind of want the haunted one, but I'm not really at that point for the holiday. Yeah, but I feel like that will come up again. Just what's the two ones I have on reserve? Right. All right. We'll save it. We'll save the students. All right, let's go to Storybook. really spacey this morning. I'm like, I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Oh, just one of those mornings, I guess. Mornings. I didn't buy anything this time. I got 11k. God, I hate you guys. They have so much moonstones from Dream Snaps. So I'm trying to save them saying it really well. Fair enough. Fair enough. I suck at freaking Dream Snaps. I never get any. Alright, got a stack of marshmallows. Of sweet chestnut. That's about it. It must be full of berries as well. It's coming along there. Am I full of berries? Yeah. Yes, I am. Alright, so that's why. Pretty sure also stacked up. Oh, I have to remember which ones I actually need. Got the Shiba dog thing. He's part of my wood collector team. Fair enough. Yeah, I do like the random dogs as being wood collected. My wood collector kit. Like I've got my presets. I've got the broom and the dog. I'll probably have to put another dog into that broom because that broom will be in Fantasia area eventually, and I don't want to keep on like unselecting it every time I switch over to my presets. You know what I've got. So, one thing that I learned is that you can get your best friend, or your friend, or whatever, to his his best friend status by just giving them his 3 gifts for the day. Which I forgot to do, but I think I've leveled him enough now that I can just top him off with what I've got. Oh, with a couple of them. Jeez. We'll give him this and see whether that tops.
Must be something wrong.
There we go. He's at the max. That's all we need.
Oh.
I want everything Halloween, so I gotta save my moonies. Fair enough. Halloween is coming up. My girlfriend's favorite time of year, which doesn't go well for my heart. I hate being scared, and I hate jump scares. And my girlfriend loves Halloween, so we make a rule that we don't watch any Halloween stuff or scary stuff until Halloween, and then for a whole month we watch it. Now that worked well before I was diagnosed with a critical heart condition. Post the heart condition, we have to be careful. So we still watch it, but I'm a scaredy cat with it. I have to. It doesn't go very well for me. Let's just say that. It's a scary part of the year for me. Alright, go. Come on, duck. Come on, geese. I might pin Shiba. I keep looking at the greenhouse and keep seeing a cucumber, then I look at it. So I don't know if I want it. Oh, I think it's the only like elemental thing. So that's the reason I got it. There's not really a lot of elemental stuff, and that's one of the first true elemental items in the game. So it was perfect for my elemental section, which I moved around. I didn't get a lot because this best friend is not really a farmer. He's really a foraging, so I don't really have any foraging stuff I need at the moment. Stack of those. Let's go to my summer island, eh? This is my summer island. I need more chairs. I'm gonna do this up before the summer event ends. When does it end? 18th. Oh, okay, this week. No, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday finishes. Alright, we'll do it probably next Monday. Got all the marshmallows in here. Need more pink ones. Mine too. My hair is super long and dark, so at work they make me put it up. I don't look like a generic ghost girl or the ring girl. I'm afraid I'm going to spook somebody. You should do it. You just do the whole month, just act different. Like spooky different, but don't acknowledge it. Do it. Just mess with people. You won't get fired, I don't think. So, America's quite easy to fire people. Alright, well, all my daily stuff is done. So, I'm gonna go back to working on my dream duties for at least the next 20 minutes, and then we go on break, and then I'll roll the dice, and we'll decide which area we're gonna work on today. So we need to plant vegetables. Not harvest them, but plant. I hurt my back traveling. Back is killing me. Alright, well, we're just gonna get a lot of this stuff. We might have to do some mist grinding though. I mean, a lot of this stuff I can just do manually. We're just gonna sell all the stuff we need. I'm super quiet, no one ever notices me, and then they turn around and see my long hair, freaks people out. You need to put red contacts in. So when you turn around, they see you, but you have red eyes. It's even more freaky. And they just do little twitches once in a while. Especially when you're talking to people. But don't acknowledge it. Just little twitches. Oh yeah, this is one of the areas that's buggered up, so I can't dig. A good representation of like me saying that they get like 80% of the way or whatever. For instance, that spot right here is buggered for some reason. It's one little square. I'm trying to find something that can represent it. It's one square right here that for some reason you can't plant. Or you can't place anything in. One square here. You can place it around it here. For some reason right here you can't. So close of getting it right. But again, so far. So we've got 900 more. We will definitely need some more mist, but later. Alright, let's go sell everything. Well, that grows. It's only a 10-minute grow time. We should be able to do another run of that. Not a bad idea. I have Ehlers syndrome, hypermobility syndrome. I can bend my body in weird ways that would be funny as heck. You could make a lot of money, like, in movies and stuff. And some of it. Could so do it. Oh, I get rid of some of this. Alright, so we're good. Still about 800 away. Go to the forging mode. Probably could do it now though. I got the best friend bonus, so this switched. No way I have to do that. You have to do what? I can't remember because like YouTube is delayed, so I often forget about immediately what I talked about. Scrappy, most people have never heard of it. Sorry, you have it too, but I'm glad you... Ah, you have that too. Ah, I see what you're saying. No, you're saying no way, comma, I have that too. Alright. Sorry, I'm slow on the uptake. You wouldn't have any sub. I would suspect it would be a genetic thing. I got a double jointed thumb, that's pretty much the only thing I got. Well, both thumbs. I gotta teleport before he picked that up. Finally. There we go. You know what I'm gonna do? We'll activate the best friend bonus, and then that way we can smash it out later.
Thank you for coming to talk to me.
Star Sapphire for purple. Oh, purple Hydrina. You actually want a purple one. Alright. Star Sapphire now. It's a rare genetic disorder. It's connective tissue disorder. My partner and my son have it as well. Your partner has it. Interesting. Well, you didn't really help the genetic lottery there, Jesse. If your partner also has it, a rare disorder, there's no doubt your kid will have it. Kind of swung it in the favor of the disorder on that one. Yeah.
It's good that you're here.
There we go. I got the best friend bonus ready to go, and so this should help with the time bending grinding, the mist grinding. It's probably the reason why my partner doesn't want a kid. is we've both got ADHD, and most likely they'll have. We think we've got a mild form of autism each, so we're a bit worried that if we have a kid, they'll be given a bad hand. That's one of the main reasons we don't want a kid. Then you add in all this other hard stuff, which is a genetic thing. Pretty much, if we have a kid, it feels like we're handicapping them before they're even born. We just won't have a kid. Plus the added fact it's extremely expensive to have a kid, just a normal kid, let alone one that needs special requirements. But everyone's different, so I mean that's how we feel about it and why we won't have kids. Now, if we were millionaires, it would be a little bit different. If we had all the money in the world, we'd probably make a bit of a difference because we're able to compensate with that. Oh, no, it's missed. There we go. There we go. It's 1,300 missed. Great. Damn it. 16. Ooh. On. Alright, so it's 7 o'clock now. So now we're going to do the fun thing where I switch over my wires. Really want mist. Anyway. It's not happening for me. Find a seat. Alright. So for those that don't know, I am a heart transplanter. So what it means is my heart runs on this machine called an LVAD, which stands for left ventricle assisted device. Does the left side function of my heart basically. And I have to plug myself into the wall every night. So in the mornings, I have to do the opposite, switch over to the remote. And I got this. I got this shirt from America. Apparently, America has an opioid epidemic. And because of that, they have a lot of people on LVADs because they don't qualify for a transplant. And so there was a guy who owned a gun and realized that the gun holsters make really good LVAD battery holders. So he designed this shirt. Whoever said the Second Amendment hasn't brought anything good. And so, as a solution, he got the shirt, and so now it's a LVAD holder. Poke it through that hole. Pop it in there. And get these batteries. Now it's got a beep, but no one be alarmed. It beeps because it's not plugged in, and it should be plugged in. Now that's up. And it's it dropped down my ear. There we go. That's that one done. This one's always the awkward angle. Like a weird side of it. Now finally mobile. And the good thing about this, because normally it's a bag. Normally it's a bag, so it means I favor too heavily on one side. It means I compensate. The problem is with switching over these shirts sometimes, that if I just use the bag, my balance is off. So sometimes you see me stumble. It's because I'm not used to it. But that's the joys of being technically disabled. I mean, technically I am disabled, but I haven't applied for being disabled. That means. Anyway, it's all switched over. So I'm going to go get a coffee, have my meds, and then we're going to redesign an area with the roll of the dice, as we always do. Alright, so be back in 5-10 minutes. There we go. We're back. We're back. Alright, so open up now a little bit. So what we do every stream is we roll the dice to decide which area we are going to remodel or redesign or whatever. I realize I still haven't fixed my spreadsheet because I'm lazy. So, right. There you go. All right. I'll just blow this up a little bit. Cool. All right. So what we'll do is roll the dice, and if it's number 1, we'll go Beauty and the Beast. 2, Snow White. 3, Fantasia. 4, Moana. 5, Tangled. 6, The Wish Blossom Ranch Main Center. 7, The Wish Blossom Ranch Theme Park. 8 is Cars. 9 is Coco. 10 is Bugs Life. 11 is Seeing Red. 12 is the Eternity Isle Main Center. 13 is Mousetown. 14 is Mickey's Joint. 15 is the worst character in the game. 16 is Oswald. 17 is Spoonerville. 18 is Goofy. 19 is Sleeping Beauty. And the new one that we added is 20, which is Storybook Main Center. So I'm going to roll the dice, and that's how we decide which one we're going to be doing. Let's see. Ooh, what's that? 19. So we're going to be doing Sleeping Beauty today. Sleeping Beauty. All right, let me just color code this so I don't forget, because I have a habit of finishing it and not tying it off. All right. Actually, first thing we'll always do from now on is we'll go to Scrooge's and just buy stuff that we don't have. Now, we have started Sleeping Beauty's joint, so it'll be interesting to see what's left. One of those areas that I started doing and then stopped when I came out with this idea. Oh, also about the stroke thing, Jesse. I get it, because I actually had a stroke 4 hours after they discharged me. They're never fun. Luckily, I came back pretty well. They caught it early enough. Joys of being close to a hospital at the time is they're able to kind of treat it a lot quicker. Ooh, that looks cool. But yeah, stroke's never fun. I'd like to, once I'm through all this bullshit, as I call it, I'd like to, every year, on the anniversary of me getting sick, do a fundraiser. And just do a different charity every single time. Half of it will always go towards a place called Hearty Towers, which is where all the heart and lung transplant patients in New Zealand go to for tests and just to kind of recover after the transplant. It's like a little residence area. But the other half, I would like to pick a random charity, and one of them will be for strokes and all that stuff. And that's been my plans once I get through all this. I think that would be really cool. But we have to get there first. A long way to go before we get there, but that's my hope anyway. Well, it won't earn a lot, probably like a couple of hundred every time, hopefully. If anyone donates. But it would be cool. Alright. I do think, personally, if more funding is given to people in my particular situation, it makes it so much easier. Just, I don't think we care about our sick people enough. Like, I get there are people out there that do milk it a little bit and kind of take the piss, but I like to think the majority of people out there, they could choose, they wouldn't be in the situation they are. Alright, well, Okay, that's Aurora's place, and that's the two houses there. Make this some magnificence joint. I can move it slightly over. Oh, there you can. Alright. Yep. Alright. So how do I want to do this? How do you want to do it, Dave? How do you want to do it? So I've kind of done a lot of this here, so let's mark this off. So I've done spreadsheet's all broken now. Alright, so I've got a cooking station, I've got a crafting station. Do I have a vacuum right? Oh yeah, I've got a vacuum, it's right there in front of me. Vacuum, time bending, uncrafting station, advanced cook. I think I've got everything there. Yeah, I've got all the stuff I need there. The only thing I don't have is a hangout spot for them. I need to build a little hangout spot for this area. Feel ignored. What do you mean ignored? You said, Jesse, I hear that. I feel ignored. That's the only two things you've said. You've barely said anything. You said, yes, Jesse, it's so hot. We found 4 kittens stuck in a truck. I saw you said that earlier. And the next thing you said was, Jesse, I hear that. I feel ignored, Dave. You said literally 2 things. Stop being needy. Unless it skipped out stuff and I didn't see it. Well, I don't think I missed anything. Okay, I'm gonna go to the actual YouTube chat. Hold up. You said I have to do my dream snap. What else did Teresa say? Everyone stop. We are focusing on Teresa right now. Hi Dave. We're gonna read through every message she sent today. First one was hi Dave and everyone. I think I recall saying hi back. Then you said I have to do my dream snap, and I don't think that came through. Oh no, you did come that through, but I don't really care about dream snaps, as you're well aware. So that's probably why I ignored it. What's the next thing you said? You said, Jesse, I hear that. And then you said, I feel ignored. You literally sent 3 messages and you're complaining that I acknowledged the majority of them. You are very needy. I'm going to deliberately ignore you for the rest of the stream, just out of spite. I'm doing this out of spite now. Not because I want to. Keep in mind, not because I want to, it's because I now have to. Ass, you call me an ass? You're the one that gave me shit for not doing anything wrong. If anything, you're the bad one here. I'm the one on the right here. Whatever. Ass for just freaking ignoring the 3 messages you sent, and I actually didn't ignore them. I'm an ass for just existing, apparently. Not happy with this. Not happy. You haven't missed me, Dave. You've missed me, haven't you, Dave? I don't know. I've got a heart condition, and this doesn't help. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. On the scale of does this help or hurt my heart condition, this definitely doesn't help. Yeah. You're about as needy as one of my mods. The only one's more needy are my mods. You expect me to be all nice and shit. And I say that knowing full well there's only one mod here, and her name's Yasmin. Make this Maleficent's joint. Even though the Maleficent's joint's kind of that big beanstalk, I'll just put that there. So this is going to be the hangout spot. There's not a lot, because there's not really any Maleficent chair, or like, proper furniture for them. Guys give me heart issues. You know, I'm starting to think maybe I'm in this situation because of the stream. Rather than the stream helping me, I think maybe it's the other way around. Oh, alright, we'll go to these Wicked Thorns, eh? Who is Davey? Well, because I'm Dave? So I just put a Y at the end? This is like one of the earliest items we got in the game. Actually, I'm going to put that over here. It's like a council meeting. Need a table. You gave yourself a nickname. I just, like... Keep in mind, when I'm doing those things, it's early in the morning. I'm just waking up. Just... Get off my grill, yo. Give me a break. This is why I turn against my mods, alright? It's this shit right here, alright? Nothing wrong with calling yourself Davey, but apparently it's an issue. I'm just giving you shit. It's too early in the morning. Stop giving me shit. You guys... Stop it. I'm feeling bullied. This is starting to become like the closest thing to workplace bullying I have. I don't bully you for not knowing how to spell Jasmine. Put it up here. I'm gonna put like stuff there on those tables. Don't know what yet. I'll put the chests. I like to have one of every item though, so I'm trying to figure out what's it. Huh. Beam. Aurora's little bed there. Yeah, we've got the banners already. We've got an oven. Oh, no, I already got an oven there. Alright, there we go. Floral arrangements. Oh, I already got that there. You can tell the characters I don't really care too much about. It's a teaming. Oh, you can do that. I don't. That's cool. Oh, well, she can't. 80% of the way, eh? 80% of the way. It's frustrating because, like, you can put it over those chests, but you can't put it over that. Okay, I'm back. Your kid called me. Your kid? Don't you mean your employee? Your staff member? Oh yeah, for those that are new to the stream, Teresa forces her children to work for her business, her dog grooming business. It's actually pretty cruel the way she does it, but I mean, just, you know, it's what she does. Oh, Yasmin, you're the best mod ever. Well, to be fair, she's the only real mod that hangs around now. I mean, the other mods kind of just moved on with their lives and didn't stop caring. I think they realized it was an unpaid gig and wasn't going to go anywhere. Yes, Nicole, she took the kittens we found to the vet. Oh, why don't you send them my way? My girlfriend really wants a kitten. We could do with a kitten. Not much I can do here. All these random things around. And then I think I'll just decorate it with foliage. It's a quite empty spot, mainly because it doesn't really have a lot of stuff. Sleeping Beauty doesn't really have a lot of stuff. Got a little seating area here. It's not a great seating area, but it's good. It's got a drawer in the NPCs anyway. Yeah. I need to fix that. Okay, I had to take a phone call. What the hell did I miss? Because it seems like chaos. I wonder why, Dave. Dave is being mean. No, I'm not. I'm not being mean. That's nothing new, and we love him for it. I'm not being mean. I was just calling Teresa out on her bullshit. And it was legitimate. She was accusing me of ignoring her when that wasn't the case at all. And then you painted me out to be something I wasn't. What is this, Fox News? That's topical. Zing! Fake news media is painting me out to be something that I'm not. I wasn't ignoring Teresa. She wasn't saying anything. I actually don't like these. Don't suit the. I'm messing with you. I know. Just kidding. It's all the news put together. I hate the news. Yeah, well, we can make fun of the news though. I think it's like it's quite interesting because the relationship with people when it comes to news differs depending on where you're from. And in America, people are typically like just exhausted by it because you guys are blasted with it 24/7. I haven't watched the news for months, and when I do, it's so tame. Like the most the thing that's like headline news is sometimes like there's a flood like down south, and that's about it. There's not really a lot of political. Sometimes there's a bit of political rigmarole going around. Like right now, our prime minister is looking like he's going to resign, so that's a big one. But it's not that big deal. Everyone's like, all right, we've got an election in November. I haven't seen one ad campaign yet. I've seen a few billboards, but I haven't seen anything like on TV or anything. And our election's in like 2 months. It's not that big a deal, but we do have a lot of restrictions when it comes to like political advertising. You know, after you're not allowed to advertise on the day of the election, and everything has to be taken. There's a rule that you have to take down all the banners the day after the election. There's a legal rule, otherwise you get done for it. And there's a lot of restrictions on funding and all that stuff. So you normally don't get hit over the head with it a lot. But I mean, but my point is that people's relationship with the news is all different depending on the culture you're talking. That's why I can be a little bit more kind of like jokey with it. But I know you guys in America get beaten over the head with it, like a mullet. And I think it's just the nature of sadly the current era that we're sitting in. But it's the problem is that it's still important to be informed, and that's the problem that we have here. It's like you need to be informed, you need to know what's going on in the world, but you also need to know that what you're hearing is right. And the only way to really do that is with regulation. But then people don't like regulation because they don't like to be told what to do. So you got like this catch-22 of like you need a balance. Well, enough politics. I'm not even talking about politics. I'm talking about reporting and news, just how it's reported. It's not even just politics. It's just about news in general, like environmental news or education or anything like that. It's how journalism is reported on, which I think people make too political. It should be just a simple case of what are the facts. Just give me the facts. That needs to be it. Weird that we've gotten into a situation that's difficult to ask for. But I get what you're saying is that it can end up being a little bit more political than intended. It's really just talking about journalism as a topic because it's so important. I mean, journalism's been around since Stone Ages, not Stone Ages. I wonder when would be the earliest newspaper. When did newspapers come along? Before the 1700s, right? When's the printing press? That would be the... That's something. Right, when was the printing press? I'm educated enough. That's all my husband watches the news and talks about all the time. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone can be totally educated on everything. I think everyone's got printing press. I think everyone's got... You can never be smart in everything. There's no way you ever will be. Everyone's got... You know, if you ask me anything about, you know, say Dreamlight Valley, I will know a lot about Dreamlight Valley. But if you ask me anything about how to build a rocket, I will know. And so, does that make me smart? Well, people say no. But if you say if the world was all about Dreamlight Valley, it'd be fucking a genius. So everyone's got like the scale of like what intelligence is, and I think we put too much on it. Germany in 1605. Actually, no. Looking on the Wikipedia, it says it's invented in 1440, the printing press. Around 1440, the goldsmith Johannes Gutenberg invented the method for mass-producing movable type of printing press, beginning the printing revolution in Europe. Everyone has a view, exactly. And that's the joys of the modern day, is everyone does have a view. It's just a question of whether it's factual or not. And that should matter. Facts matter. And that's why when encyclopedias are a thing, it's a lot more reliable, so people can't just go in there and change it. Yeah, I lost a lot of good friends because she wouldn't stop talking about politics, and she took what I said completely wrong and ghosted me. So that's the thing. Like, over in New Zealand, you typically don't get that. Yeah, you get a bit of the heated stuff, but my brother is, I would say, complete opposite of politics than I am. But he's still my brother, and I'll still back him up, and I wouldn't desert him for it. If he was starting to do stuff like actively going out there and making people's lives miserable, that would be a little bit different. It's kind of like, and that's the same view I have with religion as well. Is if you're actively going out there and making other people's life miserable, that's a problem. But if you have a particular belief, it's not hurting anyone, and and you're not influencing anything or forcing other people to live a certain way because of those beliefs, then, well, welcome to it. But the minute you start to go, all right, I'm going to impose my way of life on a person that doesn't believe that, that's a problem, in my opinion. Because I mean, that's the whole point. That's what we're trying to get to, right? As a society, is that everyone has their own thing, everyone has their own beliefs, and we all live in a society, and we're not like bashing each other for it. That's what we ideally want to get to. Is oh my god, I'm leaving. Oh, I'm sorry. I just find that stuff interesting. I love viewing the different kind of interpretations of everything around the world. I'm really into not American, UK politics at the moment. The whole bin face stuff. I think that's fascinating. That's all right. Sorry, Teresa. I'm just still on a thought process. A thought tangent. Tangent is that the word? Tangent. That sounds about right. Me. I don't want that over there. 1960. 1605 was the first published paper. I guess that would make sense. So printing press probably came for books. I think newspapers, the concept of newspapers probably came later on. That would make sense. It always like fascinates me of when people come up with the original concept. Like with cooking, was politics every day. Yeah, I was trying to get away from politics, but let's talk about cooking. I always find it fascinating how people came up with recipes initially. Like, who figured out bread? How did that happen? It's so far back, no one really knows. But when you think about the concept of bread, how you take wheat and you grind it down, you make dough and all that, how did someone figure that out? Because that feels like not accidental. You couldn't accidentally figure out bread, right? You couldn't accidentally grind up grain and make dough. So there would have been like a progression where like, what was the first step? And same with like a lot of other recipes, like adding egg to like making pancakes. Like who figured out pancakes? I always find that fascinating. It's those mysteries that you can't. I don't think anyone could ever really figure out how they happen. I'm a very open-minded person, so I don't really get upset with people's opinion. We all have them. Yeah, and I think everyone should. It's just a case of like, where does the line turn? I find it can get messy either way. And problem with talking about anyone having an opinion, there's always going to be someone that doesn't have the same opinion, and it's just a question of how do you react when you find someone that doesn't have that same opinion of you. Now, if they're negatively affecting people, that's a little bit different. But if they're just like, I think that's the way it is, then a lot of the time it's fine. And this is not talking about politics. This is just talking about things in general. Like, you could talk about climate change. You could talk about how space works, you know? As long as you're not disrespecting the other person. And it's hard. It's really hard, especially when you encounter someone with a different opinion. And you know it, like, in your gut, you know it's wrong. Like, someone saying, like, gravity's not real. It's like, yeah, it is, because you can do this. and it falls to the ground. Gravity is real, and then someone's going, "It's not real. It's not real." And then you like you reach a point where you're going, "What's the easiest option?" The easiest option is like, "All right, you just believe that. It's fine. I've got my own beliefs. It's fine." And I think that's the problem. A lot of people aren't doing that anymore. A lot of people aren't just going, "That's fine. Let's move on." But I think that's just the way the world's become. But I'm sure we'll figure it all out, and everything will be fine. We'll all need another like world war to sort us all out. The last world war kind of lasted for like that period of peace lasted for a while. Just need a good world war to sort us out. Oh god damn. I had a resident who was a professor, and we ended up talking about theoretical physics for like 15 minutes. It was very interesting. We both have different ideas, but we complemented each other. Yeah, that's a good example of having very varied opinions on which you have to respect each way, you know, like string theory and all that fun stuff. And I always have this belief as well, and my partner disagrees with it, is like, for instance, we only know so much about the universe, and there is a hypothetical of what's the fastest we can travel in space. The hypothetical at the moment is the fastest we can actually travel, our speed limit is 0.8 light years. That's the fastest we can ever travel. So on that theory, it will take us decades and decades to get to the nearest solar systems. And the theory is that's it. That's the limitation, which is why we'll never will be able to reach other planets outside the solar system. I believe that 0.8 is the limit because that's our current understanding on physics. Not to say we will, and it's implying that we will discover a new way of seeing things, a new way of learning how things work. But my partner's completely opposite. It's like, no, this is fundamental stuff. It won't change. It will never change. Because it's how physics works, and there's nothing, there's nothing that can influence it. But I mean, and it's basically saying we only can physically ever go 0.8 light years means all the stuff you see in Star Trek and Star Wars, how they warp to different planets, that's never going to happen. Because based off our current real life understanding of how physics works. But I believe that we just don't understand enough to make that concrete conclusion yet until we get up there and start exploring more and testing theories and all that stuff. But she doesn't believe. She thinks that, like, based off Einstein, based off all the smart people in the world that have come to these conclusions, there isn't anything. But I think discoveries are made so often. I mean, you look at how the world was 100 years ago and our understanding on the world 100 years ago compared to now. We hadn't even gone to space yet. We haven't even discovered Velcro, because Velcro was discovered by NASA. We haven't even discovered, iPhones or certain elements on the periodic table. There are so many things we hadn't known 100 years ago. And you add in another 100 years. Imagine what we know when we're traveling in space, when we've landed on Mars, when we've done all that. For all we know, there are elements out there that we do not know of yet that we could discover. And I think too many people limit themselves to say, this is the way the world is, this is the conclusions we'll come to, there's nothing. But no one leaves the door open to say, from what we understand, this is what we know of, this is our limitations. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's the end of it. The whole dark matter thing is a big thing. This is me getting real nerdy. Everyone's got a theory what dark matter is. No one really knows what dark matter is. All everyone knows is like a black spot in space. For all we know, in a hypothetical scenario, it could be a region of space that we can travel faster through. And if we figure that out, we could just go through dark matter to get to other destinations faster. That's one hypothetical of how unknown that kind of thing is. And I could be completely wrong by that. And but we've never physically been there. We've only just looked through telescopes and used the data and came out with our best conclusions based off what we know, based off the physical world that we know. But we don't know whether every world out there is exactly like ours in terms of its physics. There could be certain things in the galaxy that warp physics that we haven't experienced because we haven't physically been there. The impossible can be possible. Never say we can't because we haven't discovered exactly. And so this leads me to another crockpot kind of conclusion as well. I hope aliens exist, and that aliens have visited. I think for a certain aliens exist somewhere in the galaxy. That there is a planet with some life form on it. That's technically an alien. I do believe that exists, regardless. No doubt. But I hope aliens have visited the planet, because if aliens have visited the planet, it means it is possible to travel to other solar systems physically. In real life, it would mean it is physically possible to go to other solar systems. And so that's why I kind of hope they exist, because it kind of does prove that it is possible. We just don't know that technology yet. We haven't figured that technology out. Whether they have or not, I don't understand how no one's really, how it's not public knowledge if they have. It's like the best kept secret on the planet at the moment, considering how many people's got access to cell phones and all that stuff. But I do hope they, at some point in history, they have visited the planet, because it means that it's possible. And that notion makes me kind of hopeful. I hope there's intelligent life somewhere. There's bugger all on this planet. Yes. But it also could be a fact that they don't want to, they understand how we'll react. And so they'll just let's just wait until kind of we think humanity could handle it. Because from a spiritual point of view, from a religious point of view, from a political point of view, it will be a shit show. Let's be honest. Because there's for a long time, the whole Christianity is a good example. One religion of it's just the one I know the most of. The fact that God created humans and all that stuff. There's nowhere in the Bible that it created anything else. It makes you wonder, how does that faith adapt to this new world of having an alien species in the planet, in the galaxy? How does that interpretation work? How come there wasn't? Then the questions of how come there was never any mention of the species, and then you get the extreme side of it of saying, oh well, humans are the dominant species because God created them, and then that's another shit show entirely, because then you get an ugly us versus them kind of scenario. And Star Trek's explored a lot of these concepts before, and I think that's why Star Trek is so great, is that it looks at those particular issues and how to deal with it, and that's the whole prime directive thing of not interacting with the species before they're advanced enough to actually be able to handle it. I love Star Trek. It was a big foundation of my life. And so I always find that all that stuff very, very fascinating. Anyway, let's go through our dream snaps, because we did say we we're going to do that. So looking at the dream stats for this week, what have we got? I think only Jesse has applied for this week, so we'll get this. Oh, yeah, very big. Let me just get all my ducks in a row. So only Jesse. So if you do want to, every Wednesday from now on, I'm going to do a thing. Is I'm going to show the dream snaps that people have posted in the Discord. So if you do want yours shown, make sure you pop it in the Discord for the week, and we'll go through it on the Wednesday, which is the stream. Go. Well, if aliens don't exist, that's an awful lot of wasted space for us to be the only ones. Yes, a lot of more space for us to go and be stupid. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, this is Jesse Katz. Theme. I should actually check. Hold up. What's the theme? We should really check that. What's the theme? Hold up. The theme for this week is eco-friendly fun. Eco-friendly fun. Getting to alien conversation, made me thinking about all the theories of negative blood type from Vampirian to alien. Yeah, well, let's not get into that rabbit hole. All right, let's go back here. All right, so it's supposed to be an eco-friendly environmental. That's the theme here. Now, you do look like Avatar. I think you're going for an Avatar feeling there, Jesse Chat. I don't see the eco-friendliness of it, other than the fact of it feels like Avatar, and Avatar is very kind of eco-friendly, I guess. I guess they're all about the environment and stuff. But I do like the Avatar look. I had to say that considering Avatar was made like literally down the road. We've got the Wally. You got the Eve in there. You got the little Moana bioluminescent, whatever it's called. The glowy trees. Good morning, Spy. You got the glowy trees. I really like it. You got it's very blue. Very blue. I like blue. And considering you're the only one entered, I will give you the #1 spot of the dream stats for this week from the team. I don't mind you sharing my snap. It's my inspiration for someone else. Yeah, and that's why we have the chat there. So if anyone out there does want to post your dream snap, just to really inspire other people and just show it. I'm useless at it, but it's also good to share tips and stuff. Eco-friendly something, yeah. But I think it's really, really cool. I really like it. I like you've kind of staged the camera so that's like poking right through it. I would say it's in the glade. That's my best guess of how it looks. So you got I think the willow tree. I think that's in the background. But look, it looks really, really good. Amazing work. Puts me to shame. But that's the only one, so you win for this week. But if anyone else wants to compete next week, you're more than welcome. And yeah, our Discord's open to anybody, so you're more than welcome to jump in there. But I should really take my photo. Haven't taken my photo, so we'll go to the Wally joint. Where's my Wally area? You don't know how to upload to Discord. The easiest way is save the picture on your computer, and then in Discord we type in the chat. There's a little plus icon. You click there, and it says add file, and then you can add the picture. If you have trouble, just post in the Discord, and I can give you a walkthrough on it. Alright, so this is my Wally area. I love this. This sign is probably my favorite. You're on PS5. Ooh. I don't know if Discord's on PS5. That is not something I'm aware of. Mainly because I don't have a PS5. It is. So it is possible. So, yeah. It's supposed to represent the spirit of planet Arway, and they live off the land, so eco-friendly. Okay, yeah, that works. That works. You've justified it. I need Wally and Eve, and I've got 2 minutes to do this. Where are they? I think you can do it when you summon characters. I'm pretty sure you can. Ooh. Oh. Ugh. What am I doing there? What's happening here? I don't want that at all. I don't want that at all. We're gonna get rid of sadness because they're sad. Where's Eve? Where's Eve? Alright, we'll get Eve around. Get rid of everything first. We've got the shells from Wally's screen. Yeah, I like these shelves. It sucks. I don't think you can put stuff on them, which is again 80% of the way. That's gonna be my thing now. I'm gonna whenever something is like slightly annoying me, I'm gonna say it's 80% of the way. But that's what that is. All right. Let's go. I don't want the horse. Oop. Doesn't rain really work. I'm gonna get darker. Eco-friendly is raining, right? I can just look off slightly. I like taking big screenshots like this, like just showing off my area. I can just yell. This is how I always feel, though. No, I don't want to do that. You're gonna do in your dream step. Well, this is pretty much the last time I'm on before the reset. Oh, you can click F. Oh, okay. F. Oh, okay. Wally. Choose. Oh, you can place them. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. You can rotate them too. Now that is something that they have done right. We can have Wally there. I could. Wally's praising his own statue. I like it. I like it. And I got Mirabelle just chilling out there. It's good enough for me. As long as I do it, that's all I care about. It's another 300, at least 300 moonstones that I don't need to pay for. I just wish there was more ways of getting it. Moonstones. Anyway, it's been there for a few months. I know, I just don't like dream snaps. Shh. Spy, you can't say F you today. What are you about? Yes, man, you say it to me all the time. Or at least think it. You think it. I know Teresa says it. You think it. Anyway, we will leave it there. So thanks for everyone for popping along today. It was a fun stream. A couple of new faces as well. That's great. But remember, we're on Discord all the time. So if you do want to stay in touch, pop in there. If you try and start a conversation in Discord if you want, talk about anything you want to talk about, but we also got a Dreamlight Valley and Dinkum sections as well. So you're more than welcome to start out on trying to get more people to talk in there, especially for when I do get my transplant, because as I always said, the call will happen at any time, so I'm just going to randomly vanish. So yeah, it's a good way of staying in touch if that does happen. That will be the place I do post to let everyone know. But yeah, stay in touch. I'm just going to go to the Rick Ralph section. Tomorrow we are going to play Dinkum. We missed our Dinkum stream on Tuesday, but tomorrow we will be playing Dinkum as normal. And back to Dreamlight Valley on the Z Friday. But if you got, any tips, anything you see, D20... 23 is happening this week as well, and apparently Dreamlight Valley have a panel, so we might actually find out what's going to come next for Dreamlight Valley later this week as well, which will be fun to talk about on Friday. I don't know if it's actually happening on Friday, probably over the weekend, or we'll talk about Monday, but either way, that's all from me. Thanks everybody, I really do appreciate it. If you do find a moment in the stream as well, you want me to clip and make a short of it, just let me know and clip it. I'm trying to get myself out there a lot more, and that really does help because I don't really know what moment's actually worth watching. Anyway, thanks everybody.